Hi, I'm Darren O'Regan. I'm the General Manager of Legend Australia. We're a large bed linen wholesaling company in Australia and New Zealand. Legend Australia started in 1992. It started as basically a small parcel wholesale business to today where we're essentially, as a wholesaler, an arm of retailers. There is a signature to the type of designs. There's a lot of retailers who look at our designs and say, oh, that's very Logan and Mason. The other side is trying to relate that strongly to making sure everything's a commercial. When you talk to a retail buyer, or a good retail buyer, the thing that they're interested in more than anything is having enough stock to achieve the sales potential in that product. And that's something that we find is possible in Krunchbox, because we're getting visibility to sales trends from the time the product goes into the store. The relationship that we had with some of our key retailers maybe 5 to 10 years ago was there was a big part of their business that was totally invisible to us. And consequently, when we had submissions to make to them after a season had passed, we'd go in there and it'd be like getting ready for the ambush. The first thing that they would do when you did your seasonal buying was telling you how poor the previous season went and how much money they wanted to help clear that stock before they would even consider placing a new order. What Krunchbox has enabled us to do is to anticipate and be prepared for those sorts of results. But not only that, moving forward, it's just making sure that those sort of things don't last long. So if we see product now that's not performing well, we work before the annual review or the 6-monthly review with the retailer to solve the problem with them. Krunchbox helps us to get that type of information, that type of data, that type of feedback on what's happening with our designs. Because we're absolutely certain when we do designs and we all come in and have a look at it, that this is going to be a great design, like this design for instance, we think this is going to be beautiful. But every now and then you'll find that we put this into stores and it just didn't sell. So right now, when we get our weekly data from David Jones, for example, and we look at the designs that are working and aren't working, and then we drill down to store by store and grade of store, we generate a report that says there's an item that's selling in this store in Western Sydney that's selling every week, and there's another one that's selling in northwestern Sydney that hasn't sold any for 6 weeks. We send that information out to our merchandiser and our rep, and they go into the store and figure out why is this happening. And invariably it could be that the stock just isn't on the shelf, or it's hidden on the shelf. Or it could be because it's the wrong location. But these sorts of things we could never do before. And when you're talking to a head office buyer, they don't get time to do that either. So not only now are we building an awareness of our brand with consumers who trust our product quality, but we're building an awareness of our brand with retailers who know this is the sort of service that Logan and Mason provide. Working more cooperatively with the buyer at David Jones has helped her improve her results and us improve our results in store. And once you get over the negative cash flow of moving to those types of terms, which is just a short period of pain, it's clear sailing. And then it's a matter of you just working hard. There is no substitute for the hard work, but it just means you've got more control over the result.